Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Atika Sarlimiana. My last student number is 097. And today I would like to present about my mini research. The title is The Role of English Movies in Enhancing Students' Speaking Skill and Affective Factors. Alright, before I explain, these are the list of content that I would like to show later. Start from problem, purpose, methodology, and then results, documentation, and conclusion. Alright, the first part is about problems. So, why I choose this topic in this research? It is because, first, students face difficulties in speaking English. Many students have trouble pronouncing words correctly and then choosing the right vocabulary and using grammar properly. They often hesitate or pause because they are unsure how to express their ideas in English. And then the second problem is psychological factors affect speaking performance. Students feel nervous, anxious, and shy when speaking English in front of others. Fear of making mistakes reduces confidence and motivation to practice speaking. And then the third one is traditional classroom methods may not fully support speaking development. Limited exposure to authentic English conversation, and then few opportunities to hear and imitate natural English, making it harder for students to improve pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. And then the last problem in this research is need for enjoyable and effective learning materials. Students need materials that are both interesting and then practical. English movies can provide authentic language input, motivate students, reduce anxiety, and improve speaking skills naturally. Alright, next, purpose. The main purpose of this research is to find out how watching English movies can help students improve their speaking skills and affective factors in learning English. This study aims to understand students' perceptions and experiences when they use English movies as a learning tool. So I would like to explain more detail about the purposes. The first one is to find out whether watching English movies can improve students' speaking skills or not. Watching English movies is believed to be one enjoyable and effective way to develop speaking ability because it gives students real examples of pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar use, and natural fluency. And then the second one, to explore how watching English movies affects students' motivation, confidence, and anxiety in speaking English. So, besides improving language skills, this research also focuses on the emotional or psychological side of learning, which is affective factors, which include motivation, confidence, and anxiety. Many students feel nervous, shy, or unmotivated when speaking English. So, the purpose is to understand students' opinions and feelings about using English movies as a helpful learning resources. So, through this research, we will see whether watching English movies can make students more motivated, more confident, and less anxious when they speak or not. Alright, next, we jump to the methodology. So, this research is a mini research or case study, and then in researching this mini research, I used mixed method approach, which are quantitative and qualitative. And then the second, respondents. So, my respondents are 5 English education students in the 5th semester, especially in Srija University. For the data collection instruments, I gave my respondents questionnaire, which include 10 Likert scale statements, so they choose from strongly agree until strongly disagree. And then I divided the questionnaire into 3 sections. The first one is speaking difficulties, and then the second one is affective factors, and then the third one is role of English movies in speaking skill. And then for the interview session, I used semi-structured interview, which is explores personal experiences and perceptions of speaking and movie learning of my respondents. But in interview session, I only got 3 respondents, but it is enough for me. And then for the data analysis for the questionnaire, percentages per statement, and then I describe it with simple analysis. And then for the interview, I used thematic analysis, which are speaking problems, affective factors, and English movie role. Next. So, these are the results of this research. The first one, I would like to explain about the questionnaire results first. So, I gave my respondents 10 Likert scale statements. So, these are the statements. You can read it by yourself. Alright, so based on those 10 statements, I can conclude that my 5 respondents' answers are similar. So the result is like this. Percentage are 56% of them are strongly agree, and then 36% of them are agree, and only 8% of them are neutral. So the conclusion from the questionnaire results are: Section 1, speaking difficulties. The diagrams show that most students still have problems in speaking English. Many of them find it hard to pronounce words correctly, and all of them, 100%, often run out of words when expressing ideas. All students also admitted that they hesitate to speak because they are afraid of grammar mistakes and feel nervous when speaking in front of others. This means students' speaking difficulties are related not only to language problems but also to fear and anxiety. And then in section 2, affective factors, which are motivation, confidence, and anxiety, almost all students showed very strong motivation in learning to speak English. Most of them said they feel more motivated when the learning material is interesting, and the same number of students said that watching fluent English speakers makes them want to speak like them. About 80% of students also felt more confident after watching movies, while a few were still neutral. These findings show that movies can increase students' motivation and confidence while reducing their anxiety. And then the third section, the role of English movies. The responses show that English movies have a positive role in improving students' speaking skills. Most students agreed that watching movies helps them improve pronunciation by imitating native speakers and learn new vocabulary for daily conversation. Many also said that movies make speaking practice more enjoyable and help them feel less afraid of making mistakes. This shows that English movies can be an effective and enjoyable learning aid for speaking improvement. Next, still about the results of this research, but now we focus on the interview section. So, these are the 3 respondents' answers. So, this one is the first interviewer answers. Next, this is the second interviewer answers. Next, and then this one is the last or the third interviewer answers. So, the results are for the first section, speaking difficulties, students often struggle with finding the right words, using correct grammar, and pronouncing words accurately. They also feel nervous or shy when speaking English because they worry about mistakes or being judged. And then for the second section, which is affective factors, students feel nervous at first but gradually gain confidence. They understand that mistakes are part of learning. Watching movies increases their motivation and confidence, helping them feel calmer and more willing to speak. And then the third section, the role of English movies. English movies help students improve pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar by listening to natural speech and repeating lines. Movies also make speaking practice more enjoyable and reduce anxiety, so students feel more comfortable and confident in speaking English. Alright, so that's all the results that I can explain. Next, these are the references that I used when I was constructed the statements and also the questions for questionnaire and interview. Next, so this is the documentation when I was interviewed my 3 out of 5 respondents in this research. Alright, now we jump to the conclusion. So, the conclusion is this research finds that most of students struggle with pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and often feel nervous or shy when speaking English. They worry about making mistakes and being judged by others. Students feel nervous at first, but gain confidence over time. Watching English movies helps increase motivation and confidence while reducing anxiety. English movies improve pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and fluency. They also make speaking practice more enjoyable and reduce students' fear, and then helping them feel more comfortable and confident in speaking English. I think that's all for my presentation today. I apologize if I made some mistakes in this presentation. Hopefully, this presentation can be useful for all of us. Alright? Thank you for your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.